Now in my last video I said I was going to make as many live edge charcuterie boards as I could. I lied to you there. I decided I'm going to make a side table first. So if you want to see how I do that, stay around. The first thing I gotta do is carry this big walnut slab in from storage. I ordered this slab a long time ago, but I never got to work on it, so today's the day. Here I am measuring out what I need to cut off. It's not going to be a whole bunch because it's just a little side table. So I didn't cut it as straight as I wanted to on the jigsaw, so I marked a straight line and then took it over to the bandsaw to fix it up. So as I'm filming this video, I'm still waiting for my lumber to come in for my batch of live edge boards I want to make. With the extra time I got on my hands, I'm going to throw together this side table. It's only going to take a little bit because I already have the base welded up. All I have to do is finish this top, grind down the base and paint it. Then it's all ready to go. Now for the legs on this table, I'm going to use an old base that I welded up a while ago and never got to use. I made this base before I really started making content, so I only have a little bit of footage to show you guys. But you'll see it later on in the video. Now I decided I didn't want to go through the time of trying to sand off that real bark, so I'm just going to cut my own fake live edge with this jigsaw. I'm going to angle the blade and then just follow the grain. And of course, I'm going to clean up my mess. As I'm sanding here, I just want to thank everyone for all the support on this channel. Recently we hit 500 subscribers. Now the video after this, I'm going to make a whole bunch of live edge charcuterie boards, so stay tuned for that. So I'm going to sand this board up to 180 grit, and then I'm going to fill some cracks with some epoxy. But I'm not here to waste your time with watching me sand, so we're just going to skip over that quick. Now here I'm just going to use some 5-minute epoxy to fill these small cracks in this board. I could use my other epoxy, but there's no need to. This will set in 5 minutes, and then I can work on the board again. So all I have to do is stir up this epoxy and hardener mixture with this scrap piece of wood and fill in the cracks in my board. Now again, like I just said, this takes 5 minutes to set, so I gotta work quick here. I'm just gonna fill in these little cracks in the end grain, and then I'll wait for it to dry a little bit and bring it over and work on the other face. So once again, I'll put all this epoxy in the crack, wait for it to dry, and then sand it off. Now that the epoxy is fully cured, I'm going to sand this board up to 400 grit. I'm not here to waste your guys' time like I just said, so we'll skip over the sanding part again. Now here's the finishing process. I'm going to take this cheesecloth and spread out this tung oil all over this board. It pops the grains and makes it look beautiful. So here I'm just wiping off the excess tung oil with a piece of paper towel. And check out the grains on this board. I'm super excited to see this put together. Now of course, before we put this table together, I'm going to have to grind up and paint the steel base I made a while ago. Like I said before, I didn't record the full building process of this table base, so I'm just going to have to show you this little clip that's on my Instagram and YouTube Shorts. Well, that was a big change of pace, wasn't it? But at least you get to see a little bit of how I made this base. There's a lot more that goes into it, but again, I didn't record it, so next time. Here I'm just checking to make sure I've grinded all the rust off and all my welds are smooth. Then I'm going to bring it over here and drill out my mounting holes. Now that all my holes are drilled, I'm going to use this deburring tool and get all the sharp edges off. And now we're ready for painting. I'm going to put this wire through one of these little holes and bring it down to my custom paint booth. Now first things first, I got to make this paint booth. I found this stick in the bush and thought it was okay. It was a little rotten, but I thought it could hold the weight. But as you're going to see, I completely underestimated the weight of this table base. So yeah, it obviously wasn't as strong as I thought it was. So I found a piece of actual lumber and screwed it to these two trees. Now I can hang my table base off and get it ready for painting. Now before I clear coat this table base, I want to make sure it's clean. Here I'm just wiping it down with some final wipe solvent to make sure I have all the dust, steel shavings, and dirt off of it. And now it's just time to clear coat away. I'm just going to make sure I get all the angles here, wait for it to dry, and then I'll assemble it later. Alright, so now the clear coat is finally dry and the base is finished. Now all I have to do is mount this onto the tabletop and we're ready to go. Here I'm just making sure everything is lined up properly. I'm going to pilot drill my holes and then screw the base down. Well, there you have it. Thanks for watching till the end of the video. That's how I made this live edge side table. I really love the way the base turned out in this one. Thanks for watching till the end of the video. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to subscribe. It would help me a lot.